Hi.
Hello. Okay. Hello, everyone. Today we would
Hi,
like
Ella.
have introduce with you one of my special speakers. She from Philippines, and today she will share with you the reason why she come to Poland study. And I would like introduce Miss May. Can you tell which Vietnam student?
Sorry, Ella. What is that? Sorry.
Hello, can you introduce about yourself? What is the reason you come Poland study?
Yeah. Yes, Ella. First of all, thank you for inviting me to your I don't know how you call this. Is this a link or a YouTube channel? I congratulate you for this new business of yours, and I come here to Yes, I came here to today. I was very hesitant because I was so shy, but I'm here to support you. I know you're starting, and we met. Remember we met in October for me to work at Jess and Hotel and Spa,
Yeah.
right? So I came to Poland. First of all, hello Hong, and also Lan. My name is Maria. So I came to Poland middle of last year, first of all to study. But then, yes, I studied for the first and second sem. I enrolled for Master in Business in Warsaw University. And but because, of course, I have to support myself while studying. So I came to to come across Ella with Ella, and she helped me get hired in the hotel and restaurant where she was working. So we started being colleagues, and right now I transferred to an international school where I teach English to students with different nationalities. So I came to Poland mainly because of my son, because he was the one who wanted to come here for schooling. But then, of course, we can't afford it if he comes here first. So I decided to come here first, try and learn the ropes of how Poland is and how schooling is here. And so I'm learning, and maybe in 2, 3 years, when my son is ready for college, he can come here to for schooling as well.
You have the son? Really?
Yeah. Yeah,
How old is
didn't
he
you know?
now?
I told you. He's 16.
Yeah, but I know some of the people will surprise because they worry the age. You study limits around 35 like me, but you more higher than me.
Yeah, I know. Yes, Ella. And in fact, I wanted to show my son. I'm actually more than my mid 40s. I'm close to 50. But I won't tell you exact age.
I mean, for your age, you look gorgeous. You look great. I wouldn't
Thank you.
imagine you were close to your 50s. You really look like you are in your 30s. That's incredible.
Yes.
So thank you. Thank you. But yes, that's the message I wanted my son to also learn from me, because I wanted to I always want to inculcate to him that age doesn't matter. Actually, if you have a goal, in fact, I'm too old for this, but I was given the chance, so I took the opportunity. Imagine, Ella, I remember when I was telling you, I mean, you knew me from the start. Remember? I even told you, Ella, aren't you conscious of age? And you said, no, we don't look at age. We look at the attitude and everything. Remember that. I remember that very well.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I just went with the flow, and I'm still here. Yeah.
Yeah.
But thank you,
Because
Lan.
today not because today not only you and me, I would like to share your stories for all of the Vietnam family. Know how is the opportunity if you can come Poland, study, working. That is the new door of the world, right?
Yes, yes.
But can you share how much the money you pay for agencies to prepare the document, or you do by yourself?
Well, sorry, I have to convert it to zloty. I'm not very familiar with zloty. Of course, in peso, it would cost you, um, first of all, with the
USD, okay?
agency
Yeah,
or the
yeah,
consultant. I'll say it in peso. Later, we can convert it to zloty or to euro.
yeah.
Okay. Like I spent around for the agency around almost 200,000 in pesos. But along with that, you have to also enroll for around 3,000 to 4,000 euro in school, pay the tuition before coming here, and also um, have a, what do you call that, a bank, a a fund in your bank of around maybe another 4,000 euro in the bank, because they will look into it, to make sure you are being supported while you are here. Yes, and so there, that's more or less how much you have to have, coming here as a student. And that's why you have to support yourself by working. I mean, start with menial jobs. I mean, yeah, the works.
Yes, see. How is the first impression when you come Poland? Compare with
Okay.
image on the internet or something, right?
You know, Ella, I come from a third world country, Philippines, right? And when you plan, things like this is, because this is one of, this can be one of your, what do you call this, major plans that you can have for yourself, right? Especially with me, because I have a son, I have a husband who are at home, or who are used to me being around. And when I decided, I told myself, whatever challenges or whatever culture or whatever, I don't know, ways, or of course it will be a different world. It would be for me, I will just accept it. I did not think of like a culture shock or maybe homesickness. I mean, I came here, with those expectations. Of course, this is a different culture. I mean, what do you call this? 180 degrees turn for me, right? A cold weather, people not talking in English in our workplace, right?
Mm.
Everyone was almost like Vietnamese or Polish. I was the only one, who was a Filipino, remember? So yeah, so, I do not consider that as difficulty, because I expected that before I came here. So yes.
Can I ask you something? What is the reason that brings you, like, you have a lot to, I won't say sacrifice, but I mean you have a lot that's left behind, like your family, your son. Like, why is the reason that you choose to not stay in the Philippines? What brings you to Poland instead to like really stay
Okay.
in the Philippines and do all these hardships and difficulties?
Okay. Number one, I wasn't very particular with, I wasn't thinking of Poland at the very start of the plan. I was
Mhm.
thinking of anywhere, just, I told myself any country or anybody who would accept me, maybe that's the sign that I should go. And, during the time I was thinking about it, I was thinking of like studying and working. Um, Poland was introduced to me, and your question was why? What was your
Yeah,
question?
yeah.
Sorry.
My question
Why?
was like, why not in the Philippines? Like, why? What is the your motivation to like go abroad? Did you have a specific reason? Like maybe there are people that don't find them, they don't like their workplace, they don't like their work environment in their country, or yeah, something like that. So people have
Okay.
different motivations why
Okay.
they leave the country, because that's a lot to do, right?
this may sound as a cliche, but when you have a son and he has the one who has bigger dreams than yours, you get motivated like I did, like I was. I didn't have grand dreams for myself. I was satisfied with what we had, what we still have back in my country, back in the Philippines. We're complete. We're complete. I mean, we're actually, we can be contented if we want to. I mean, me personally, I can say that I live somehow a comfortable a life somehow because we're doing well. I only have one son. We don't have to have bigger than what we have. I mean, we have enough. But then when my son told me, my son was in love with football and he likes Barcelona. And that was way before he was into football. He was into football before the pandemic. He was in the elementary level. So he said he was always talking about Barcelona, about watching football live in Barcelona. And I told him, okay, I'll do something to make that dream come true. But I wasn't serious about it. I just wanted to please him, you know. But then pandemic came and I had to work from home. I had to work from home because you know the restrictions during the pandemic, right?
Right.
When I was working remotely at home, I got a little bored. I told myself everything was beginning to be monotonous. I mean, I wanted something else for myself, because when I started being a family woman, like when I started being a mom, a wife, my world was them. I mean, I didn't have any world outside them. Outside them, they were the only ones I had. You know, I was working in a bank industry, but
Oh.
after work, I would go home
Mm-hmm.
and take care of the house, take care of the chores, them, everything. Everything was monotonous. All the more when the pandemic came and I was working from home. So I told myself, this is enough. I have enough. I have enough. I mean, my son was already 14, 15 at the time I was beginning to plan something for myself. And then, so I talked to my husband about it, and he said, okay, go make a go for it. If worst comes to worst, you have us to come home to. I mean, that's the only confidence that gave me to leave, or that's my only, how do you call it,
Uh,
what do you call it,
a safe
that's my
place.
only resort.
Uh,
Yes, I had a my mindset was I have an option to go home if everything
you have
doesn't
a
work
plan
well.
B, basically.
I'm sorry.
You have a plan B, like you have plan
A
A,
plan
which is going
B.
abroad, and if not, there's plan B.
Yes. It's not like we're very desperate to go, and if it doesn't work well, I'll still go. No, it's not like that for me. I
Mhm.
mean, Poland is a plan. This is actually a plan B. Plan A is to stay home. Plan B is to
Oh.
explore. So that's the irony of it. Not an irony, but that's the beauty of me leaving,
Mhm.
because I did not put any pressure on my head. I did not. Maybe that's one of the secrets for someone like me to be leaving the family, or someone, your loved ones, behind, because you don't have to. I did not put pressure on my head. I did not. While you are setting your own goal, I mean, I don't put so much pressure so that everything will be difficult and all. No, I don't consider them to be a difficulty. Yes, it's a
Yeah,
challenge
that's
because
great.
of
That's a
course.
great mentality. That's a great mentality to have when you, especially when you leave your country. Everybody is always scared about the hardships, the difficulties that they will encounter. Instead, you take it as a positive note, and that's a great way to take it. I think it's very useful for all the students that are considering to go to Europe to have the same mentality as you. And thank you. That's a great inspiration.
Well, thank you,
Yeah.
because you can't go to a war without any armor on, or you know what I mean. You can't what do you call this? You can.
You have to be
You
equipped.
have to
I don't
choose your
know.
battles. Huh?
Yeah. You have to be equipped, basically. You have to have weapons.
No,
I
you
don't
have to be
know.
equipped. You have to be equipped. Always positive. Positive because it's the same thing when you go to college or when you go to when you what you call this, we were trained like when we graduated from elementary, we would go to another level, which is junior high, and we would be afraid during the first day, and then nothing. You're already in the square again, and when you're in that square again, you have to go out of the box again, go to college. So that's how I just we were trained actually to to be a little tougher every time, right?
Yes.
So I only look at it that way. I don't see. I mean, this Poland is my classroom. I mean, I am now here. I am in my workplace now. I've just finished my class my first class for the day, and while I am guiding students in their English lessons, they do not know, but they are also guiding me. They are my own teachers as well. And Poland is my classroom. I mean, imagine pressuring yourself. Nothing will happen if you get pressured by the challenges or overwhelmed by the challenges. You just take it a day at a time. Yes.
Great.
Imagine me.
Congratulations
Imagine.
for going outside of the box. That's so, at your age, especially, really makes me think of my mom. My mom is a little bit older than you, but yeah, she doesn't go out of the box anymore. And I think watching you maybe would give her the inspiration to explore more the world, and also that way you can explore also yourself, right? And inspire the young
Yes.
people like your son and like other students that might want to go to Europe to study. So that's great. I'm so happy for you and for you the future adventure that you will continue to do. Right.
Thank you. Thank you.
How old
Thank
you?
you. Really, age doesn't matter. I really
Yeah.
learned that with my experience.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mhm.
know.
Yes. What is that?
How old your son? Can you hear me? I would like to
Ella,
know how old your son.
my son,
Yeah.
16. 16.
Oh.
Wow. Oh, in
He's
16,
16.
in they know how study English, follow their dream together. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yes, yes, I hope
Yes.
so. Yes. The plan really
So,
is to bring him here for college.
Mhm. And when you came
And
to
once he's
Poland,
here,
yeah,
what?
please. No, please tell me. Continue, please. You were saying
And
your
once
son.
he's here, if we are given the chance and if he comes here for college, I don't know yet what happens to me. I can go back. I can go back to my country, take care of our house, and the husband is there anyway. And or I don't know yet. I don't know yet. So really, it's really a day-to-day scheme. It's not like I'm planning for myself like 3 years from now. It really depends on, of course, I'm doing something for me to be better every day here in Poland or with the people I meet. I always try to learn everything, but really there's really no set plans because it's really still up to him, right? But with the things um going with how the things are going for me lately, I'm liking how the things are for me lately, are going on with me lately. So if it continues and if it gets better and if I am still given the chance, I will stay as for as long as they still need me. Maybe I'm not sure yet. But the plan is I mean the goal, the plan, my wish is for my son to also experience what I am experiencing right now. Yeah, so there.
Mhm. And like
Can
when
you
you
tell me
come to
how about the
Poland,
living cost in Poland? The living cost
What
in
is
Poland. The living
living
cost in
cost?
Poland.
Living
Yeah.
cost in Poland is very low, Ella, right?
mm,
Very,
How
just a
much
little bit
for
higher.
yeah? How much for USD or euro one month? Yeah, for rent the house or food or some transport total. Can you tell the number? Because I want Vietnam family know that. Yeah.
Okay, with this for okay, this is just a range, okay? For a house, you would have to have like 1,200 zloty every month. And that's just for the rent.
Yeah.
Maybe for food, Ella, during my first few months, I couldn't exactly compute because we had free food in the hotel and restaurant, remember? So
Yeah.
everything was free.
Yes.
Now,
That's
since
good.
I do not eat, yes, for someone who doesn't really eat a lot, maybe, maybe, okay, maybe 1,000 more zloty for your grocery. I don't know. So it really depends if you're on a diet, if you don't eat a lot, because I don't. Um, and then for transport, because I'm still on a student visa, I can get it 50% off. So that's 100 zloty off for 3 months for me. So I guess for 3 months, you can have for a student, for a student, 120 zloty for 3 months already, unlimited card, right? And that's for all the transport for tram, bus, and train already. What else, Ella? So that's basically it. Um,
Yeah.
not really as high as you can imagine.
It's
Very
around
doable,
500 euro. Around in there.
something like that.
500 euro. Yes, that's
Yes.
good, right?
And
Exactly.
especially if you have work, you can cover it easily, right?
Yes, correct.
Mhm.
That's why I always tell with Vietnam students, please looking for information about Poland because this is the cheaper of the country in Europe now, correct?
It's one of the most affordable countries in Europe. I can guess, Ella. Is that correct? Right? And that's
Yeah.
why when it was presented to me, I didn't think twice anymore. And especially because Poland has 4 seasons: winter, spring, summer, fall. So you don't really get tied up with just 1 or 2 seasons, or like, for example, a long winter. So you get to
mhm.
experience all 4 seasons, which is good, just to balance everything. Yes. Lan coming here for
Yeah.
schooling?
No, I went to study in Germany, and now I live in Italy with my husband. So yeah, I've never been
Okay.
to Poland. Never been to Poland. I would love
Yeah.
to. I actually,
Okay.
now that you guys are talking, I really didn't know about the option to go to Poland to study. When I was in Vietnam, I only thought about Germany because I know the language. But yeah, I never knew Poland was a choice, and with such low cost, it's a great opportunity for students to go there. And from what Les told me,
Yes.
Poland, there's so much like Poland, it looks like they are really open to receive more foreign students too. They are really good policies for students as well. So yeah, that's great. I studied in
Yeah.
Germany, and in Germany it's a lot more expensive, of course.
Yeah.
You have to have a certain amount of money in the bank account. So that's pretty different.
Also, maybe everything was just timed perfectly for me because at the time I was planning, I also didn't know Poland was open during that time. So when it was presented to me, I was also surprised that Poland was open. And when I came here, they were all saying that Poland just opened up like 10, 15 years ago. Before that, everything, no other nationalities were here. Only them, only local people. And maybe they opened 10, 15 years ago. And especially recently when they opened up the student visa pathway. So everything was just timed perfectly for me. I mean, last year, yes. So yeah.
How about the study in university? Is it easy or difficult? You can balance work part-time job and study. Can you
It's
share?
very balanced. You can't say it's easy because we can't take it for granted. We can't also say it's difficult because they give you time to, as for one, the schedule is very loose. I mean, they don't have a tight schedule. Number two, you only have like one or two face-to-face days that you have to be in school, but all the rest of the subjects are online. And that's why I was able to work full time in the resto, remember? So as long as you submit all the requirements and as long as you do your reportings, because you have reportings for all the subjects, and as long as you submit all your requirements and you don't have absences beyond like 3 or 4 absences for one subject, you're good.
Yeah.
So you can't take it for granted. You can't say it's easy because we don't want to waste the money that you paid for the tuition fees, but you can't also say it's the most difficult because they're a little bit lax because it's masteral. It's master studies, so they're not really very tight or strict with the schedule. They know that almost all the students are doing work as well to support themselves. Yes.
Yes. Now everyone can feel more relaxed thinking about the
Yes.
study and working same time together. No pressure so much, okay? Right.
No, no pressure at all. I'm not telling them to, I'm not teaching them to take it for granted, to be lax about it. It's just that everything will just happen. I mean, without putting a pressure on their heads. I mean, yeah, so no pressure at all. Do not pressure yourself because yes, don't pressure yourself.
Did you
Take
actually
everything
study in
seriously.
Polish? Did you study like in Polish or was it English?
No, it's not really a requirement, but we have a subject that is Polish class. They would teach us the Polish, the language, but again, they're not strict about it. It's not like you have to learn it
Oh.
100% right away. It's not that. There's no pressure like that.
No, I mean like during the studies, do you study like some say subjects you study in English and some in Polish, or
Everything
it's
in
all in?
everything in English, everything in
Oh,
English
English.
because we come from different countries or nationalities. So it has to
oh,
be in English.
oh, interesting.
English
Yes.
program. How about the Philippine Filipino community in Poland? Have a lot of people Philippines they support together, or how is going this?
Where? In our school or in Poland as a whole?
In Poland. In Poland.
In Poland,
You, you have
while I met,
Filipino community?
yes, there's a Filipino community. While I met them already as a whole when I attended a sports tournament one time, and uh, I saw already the Filipino community. I am not sure if I saw everybody already, but I'm not really involved in that community. I have a very small group of Filipino friends aside from my housemates. We have this very small group, which I am. This is one thing which I am intentionally doing. I do not really involve myself because I am focused on my personal goal. It's not that I came here because I want to be involved in a certain community or something. So I saw them already. I met some of them. But yeah, that's just about it. Yes, there is a Filipino community here.
Nice.
Yes.
The last question. In your university, have some Vietnam students study in there, right?
Vietnam? I think maybe just one or two. Most of them
Ah,
are from Rwanda or from the Philippines, from the UK, I guess, and from other countries. But I have not met a lot from Vietnam. I think I just met one or two.
one or two. Okay, that's some of the new university they can discover in the future if they want to apply to study in Poland too, right? That's nice.
Yes, they sh-
Lang,
Poland
do
is
you
a
have any
very
question for the last because our limit time is very finished soon because we may have the class for teaching too. One more
yes.
question for you, Lang. Do you want to
Mhm.
ask us?
And you say you are working in Poland right now. Could you share how is the payment in Poland? If when you work as a foreigner, do you get paid better than in your own country, or what is like the difference?
It's very relative because, of course, in my country, it's lower because the cost of living is lower and it's in peso.
Mhm.
So it just commensurates the kind of living that I do back in my country. Here it's higher, but because I have to pay the rent, I have to, I have to pay everything for myself. And of course, the cost of living is relatively higher when you put it into conversion. You know what I mean? But if you don't
And yes.
convert,
Mhm.
I know that there are still higher pays that I can get. But for
Mhm.
now, this is enough for me. So yes,
Mhm.
it's enough. It depends really on how you spend it. But yes, you can get a job with a pay that you like if you will just look for it. I know that I can look for jobs that have better pays, but for now, I am good with this. And this is I mean a little bit higher than what I was getting in the hotel and restaurant because I was doing a menial work. It was a menial job. Yeah, so Ella knows that. I mean, yes. So yes, but you can cover everything, practically everything that you need to
Mhm.
support yourself.
And there
But
are
if
like many jobs. It's like easy
if
to find a job in
when
Poland.
I'm sorry,
Sorry.
what is that?
Is it easy to find? Are there many jobs find in Poland, or are they just very difficult to find?
Very easy, especially
Very easy.
if you're not very particular with any job, especially if you're starting.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, knows that for sure. I wasn't choosy. As I told you, I didn't expect anything. All I wanted was to have an experience. How is it working in a different industry, different from where I was working? It's totally different because imagine I was in the kitchen of a hotel
Mm-hmm.
and resto. So, but because I am naturally someone who would want to work in the kitchen. So
Oh.
again, I didn't very difficult. I enjoyed it a lot. And Ella would come to me and say, Maria, the kitchen is so clean. Yeah. So, yeah, I just enjoyed everything. I just
Oh,
enjoyed
that's so
everything.
nice. Yeah, that's
Yes.
yeah,
great.
I want to tell everyone one secret. When you work with Miss May, you always feel her smile and her energy very total different with the way you work with another people. That's why you feel she always positive and everything come with her very easy and some people say lucky. And I feel that too, right?
Oh, thank you, Ella. You know
Great.
what? One of our friends and in the kitchen or in the resto said, why do you have a lot of energy? You've worked like 7 hours and you're still singing. So what's I said, "So what's wrong with singing? I'm just singing. It doesn't take a lot of your energy." And he said, you have a lot of energy. Everyone is tired and you're singing. So and I said, what's wrong with singing? I'm just singing. So I didn't know it's a positive impact on others. I'm maybe just like that naturally. I just really like to laugh a lot. I don't like to take things seriously, because what would
Yeah.
happen if you do? It's the same, right?
Yeah,
So yeah, there.
correct.
Come to me, then come to
Yeah, that's all.
Okay.
Yeah.
So cute.
Okay,
Thank you.
you. Thank you for spending time with us for the Kỹ năng du học talk show. And I hope in the future, if we have one more opportunity to invite you come back again, and hope you accept for us. Okay?
Yes, my pleasure, Ella. Thanks to happy to meet you, Lan. I
Thank
hope
you.
to
Nice
visit
to
you
meet
there
you
someday.
too.
See you next time. Thank
Thank
you so
you.
much. Bye bye. Bye bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Thank you, Maria. Bye.